Imagine you waking up on a Tuesday morning. You haven't checked your phone yet, you haven't opened your laptop, you haven't answered a single email or spoken to a single person, and yet you made money while you slept. Not a lot, maybe 37 rupees, maybe 50, maybe 120, but it happened without you. Now here's the wild part. That moment, that first time you see a number go up in your account when you didn't do anything to earn it, it doesn't just change your bank balance. It changes something inside your brain. And today, we're going to talk about why that first 1,000 rupees or $1,000 of passive income is not just a financial milestone. It's a psychological turning point that completely rewires how you think about work, time, money, and your own future. Welcome to the Asset Avenue Club.
Most people learn about money the same way. You go to school, you study hard, you get a job, you work hard, you get paid, you spend, you save a little, you repeat. That's the loop. For most people, that loop runs for 40 years. And there's nothing wrong with working. Work is good. But there's a deep flaw baked into this model that nobody really explains to you when you're young. The flaw is this. In this model, your income has a ceiling, a hard ceiling, because your income is tied to your time. And your time, you only have 24 hours of it every single day, no matter who you are. So if you get a raise, great, but you're still selling hours. If you work overtime, great, but you're still selling hours. There is a mathematical limit to how much you can earn because there is a mathematical limit to how much time you have. And most people never question this. They just accept it. They optimize inside the cage without ever realizing there is a cage. But then something happens to some people. Maybe they read a book, maybe they watch a video like this one. Maybe they just stumble onto an idea and they start to wonder, what if my money could work while I wasn't?
Let's slow down and talk about what passive income actually is, in the simplest way possible. Passive income is money that comes to you without you actively trading time for it. That could be interest from a fixed deposit, dividends from stocks, rent from a property, revenue from a YouTube channel or a digital product, royalties from something you created. The key word is created, past tense. You do work once, and then that work keeps paying you over and over without you being in the room. Now, most people hear this and think, okay, cool idea, but I don't have enough money to invest, so this doesn't apply to me. And that's exactly the mistake, because the point isn't the amount. The point is the experience. Think of it like learning to swim. There's reading about swimming, watching videos about swimming, and then there's the moment you push off the wall and float on your own for the first time. That moment changes everything. Your body understands something that no book could fully explain. The first $1,000 in passive income is that moment. It's not about the money, it's about what your brain proves to itself.
The psychological insight. Here's where it gets really interesting, and this is the part most finance videos skip. There's a concept in psychology called a reference experience. It's the idea that once you have a direct, personal experience of something, your brain updates its model of what is possible for you. Not what's possible for rich people, not what's possible in theory, what's possible for you. Before your first passive income, wealth building is abstract. It's something you read about, something that happens to other people somewhere, someday. But the moment you see that first $1,000 come in, without clocking in, without a boss, without trading your Tuesday afternoon, your brain does something remarkable. It stops asking, is this possible? And starts asking, how do I do more of this? That is a completely different question, and it leads to a completely different life.
There's also something called the snowball psychology, the idea that small wins don't just add money, they add belief. And belief is the fuel that keeps people going when the journey gets slow or boring. Because wealth building is slow. It is not exciting most of the time. It's months of nothing visible happening. And most people quit during that phase because they have no proof it's working. But when you have that $1,000, you have proof. Real, personal, undeniable proof. And proof changes behavior. Studies in behavioral economics consistently show that people who experience an early win, even a small one, are significantly more likely to stay consistent with a long-term habit or goal. In other words, that $1,000 doesn't just pay for something, it buys you discipline for the future.
How you see your time? There's another shift that happens after the first 1,000, and it's subtle but powerful. You start seeing your time differently. Before passive income, time is just time. You work, you rest, you repeat. But after you've seen money come in while you weren't working, you start to look at your free time and ask, can I build something with this? You look at your skills and ask, can I package this into something that works for me later? You look at your expenses and ask, is this a cost or is this an investment? Your whole relationship with resources shifts. It's like the difference between someone who has never planted a seed and someone who has seen their first plant grow. The person who has seen it grow looks at every empty patch of soil completely differently. They see potential where others see nothing. And this is why the first 1,000 is disproportionately important. Not because of what it buys, but because of the new eyes it gives you.
Practical takeaway. So what do you actually do with this? First, start smaller than you think you need to. Seriously, forget about making $10,000 a month in passive income. Forget about retiring early for now. Just focus on the first 1,000. Make that your only goal. That could mean putting money into a dividend-paying index fund and reinvesting until you've received $1,000 in dividends. It could mean building a small digital product, starting a channel, creating a resource people pay for once and download forever. The vehicle matters less than the act of starting. Second, when it arrives, don't skip past it. A lot of people hit that milestone and immediately move the goalposts. Okay, now I need 10,000. Don't do that. Pause. Actually notice what happened. Let your brain register it. This is the moment that rewires your thinking, but only if you pay attention to it. Third, use that momentum. The psychological state you're in right after that first milestone is the most powerful state for building more. Your confidence is up, your belief is real, your clarity is sharp. That's the moment to go deeper, learn more, and build the next layer.
The thought that stays with you. Here's a thought I want to leave you with. Most people spend their entire lives getting better at earning money by working harder, and they get very, very good at it. But they stay inside that cage, that ceiling, their whole lives. A small number of people discovered that the game has a second layer, that money itself can work, that time can be decoupled from income, and that the ceiling can be removed. And the strangest thing is, the price of entry to that second layer is not millions. It's not connections. It's not some elite education. It's 1,000. 1,000 in passive income changes how you see yourself. It changes how you see your time. It changes what you believe is possible. Everything after that is just scale. So the real question isn't whether passive income is worth pursuing. The real question is, what's stopping you from starting small enough to actually begin? Think about that. And if you want to keep going deeper on money psychology, wealth building, and the mindset behind financial freedom, you know where to find us. This is the Asset Avenue Club. We'll see you in the next one.